Good afternoon. How are you doing? Okay, ready to start? Let me just start sharing my screen with you. I see someone else is sharing the screen. Can you close that one so I can open mine? Thank you. So we are ready to start. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. It's going to be an interactive webinar where you are able to actually ask questions that you might have, give some comments through the chat box, or if you have a question that you would like to be presenting it live during this presentation, we are able to answer your question this time live, which is wonderful because you are able to receive feedback from me and eventually also any remarks that would be beneficial for your business. First of all, I would like to start with a disclaimer notice. This presentation is intended solely for educational purposes and should not be construed as the personal opinion of any advisor. The information provided herein is general in nature and not tailored to any specific business situation. For personalized consultation based on your unique circumstances, we recommend scheduling an in-person session with a qualified business advisor. Just a bit about me. I have actually included only my achievements that are actually a bit about who I am and what I've been working on. I have extensive work experience as an operational manager, specializing in business system optimization and international franchise strategy, where I work with Peru and with several business partners in Mexico. Certified ISO recognized practitioner, proven solution provider for several well-known applications, and served as an international speaker at the Flourish Conference in Miami and was an invited jury member for several international startup competitions. So, the topics that we have covered during this presentation are the main differences between a traditional business and a data-driven business, the benefits of having a data-driven business, and third, the steps to transform a traditional business into a data-driven business, including an example of a data-driven decision strategy in the case study that I'm going to present today. So at the end of the presentation, in the next few days, you will receive a worksheet from the case study itself. So you are able to replicate the exercises that we are going to do today. So you can use it as part of your data-driven strategy that you'd like to implement in your business. The main objectives for this presentation are the primary distinctions of a data-driven business, the three advantages of adopting the data-driven business model, the three essential steps to establish a data-driven business with a decision-making strategy, and the case study itself with two exercises. Here you can see an example from a workspace regarding the traditional business, where you see your business owner with a frown in his face, wondering where his customers are going to come to buy from him. So you are able to see the stress in his face. And a data-driven business, you can see a workplace where everyone is actually enjoying having a conversation and relaxed. It's very important for a good work experience as one of the contributors and actually working with the managers as a team. The main differences between a traditional business and the data-driven business are decision making. That's the first one. It relies on experience, intuition, historical data, and the decisions themselves are mostly only made by the senior management, which is most of the times the business owners or the sons and daughters working with him as part of the senior management team. Customer interaction. Only face-to-face is considered as a reliable source. Uses only structured data from internal resources, such as sales records, and eventually also any proven record that they may have during the years of business. Maybe sometimes they are 20 years in business. They have only the records from what they are experiencing as success, but it's not data driven. So you see that the internal resources are very limited in a traditional business. The business operations, it has a hierarchical approach with a focus on established processes rather than documented processes which can cause internal conflicts. You can see also the difference in scalability. That's a challenge of infrastructure and geography. The growth potential is often hindered by the limitations of their physical infrastructure and the geographical constraints they face. And that's not only, for example, in the beginning of their business, but it's something that's actually every year that's going to be limited by their infrastructure. These factors can create logistical bottlenecks that slow down processes, making it difficult to expand operations effectively. Finding ways to overcome these challenges is crucial for unlocking the full potential of scalability. The main benefits with the data-driven business are in the decision-making field is very important. It harnesses cutting-edge data analytics and innovative algorithms to empower swift and informed decision-making in real time. Second is data usage. Integrates diverse data analysis from multiple sources, which includes structured data, unstructured data, and semi-structured data. It's because of the time that I have today with this presentation, I'm not able to give a profound indication of each one, but it's going to be very important for you to know the difference and which one are the ones that you would like to focus on with your business. The third one is operations. Adopts flexible and agile operational models. It's very good because it's going to be a more strategic style of operation, enabling easy pivots at any stage of execution. Data analysis. It is proactive and predictable in a data-driven business. Customer insights. It utilizes digital channels and data analysis to gain a deeper understanding of customer behavior and preferences. And the last one, scalability. Unlocking business growth has never been more affordable. With a robust digital infrastructure in place, companies can expand their reach and acquire physical assets at a fraction of the cost of traditional methods. Embrace this efficient approach and watch your business thrive. The identified data-driven business models I would like to talk about today. There are several patterns, and there are 7 patterns that are identified in a data-driven business. 2 patterns that are particularly making a difference in the hotel industry in the Caribbean, I would like to talk about today. It's the peer-to-peer business model, and this is a subscription business model. The focus of those 2 business models are the same: a peer-to-peer approach involving relatives and friends, a community-based approach. In addition, there are 5 more identified business models, but because we have a time-restricted webinar today, and what we would like to focus with you on during this presentation, we would like to keep it to these 2 models and not go in depth with the 5 other patterns. First of all, let's start with a case study, which is going to be the background information at first, and eventually start with the exercise number one, where you are able to be more interactive by sharing your remarks, your suggestions, and also your insights. We would like to know more about it so we can give you feedback. And it's going to be also part from the last session that you will actually be able to see the three steps that we are going to talk about to transform the traditional business into a data-driven business. The background from this business is as follows. Chanel Shirts and More is a retail store. It's a traditional brick and mortar store located in a mid-sized city. The store has been in operation for over 20 years, offering a variety of household goods, clothing, and electronics. Laura is the current business owner. She purchased the store from David, who managed the store for 20 years. She bought it in 2023. Despite its long-standing presence in the community, Chanel Shirts and More retail store has been struggling to meet its monthly sales targets for the past year. So let's start with the introduction from the exercise so we can get more information in order for you to start sharing your insights. Chanel Shirts and More retail store has a break-even amount of 20,000 guilders. So we established the break-even amount as the benchmark to start giving guidance to Laura. So what you are going to see is as follows. We established a break-even amount of 20,000 guilders to provide Laura with a solid sales overview for 2023 based on the accurate records David provided when she acquired the store. When she bought it, David came along with the year overview and all the numbers related to their sales revenue. In 2024, Laura faced a decline in sales. We must take decisive action now to transform the store into a data-driven powerhouse, ensuring its success and growth in the future. So this exercise has also numbers related to it. The sales records from Chanel Shirts and More are as follows. In January, she had sales from 18,000 dealers. In February, you can see in February, it's actually less than in January. That's 16,500. In March, it came up again, up to 19,000 dealers. In April, it went down again, 14,000. So you see, it's an up and down revenue generated store. Now, the question with exercise one is, what are the key challenges facing this retail store right now? Think about areas like marketing and beyond. It's not only marketing related, there's more aspects that is coming into play by having those challenges that's actually giving a more, actually a downfall in their retail and actually sales revenue. So we are going to talk about this more in depth after you have shared your insights in the chat box. I will give you 10 minutes so you can focus on this particular challenge. If you would like to see more details that I mentioned before, I can share this slide again so you can see which month has been the best one for Chanel Shirts and More, and which one has been like a low season for Laura. And what are the challenges that you can actually indicate in the chat box that is causing all those fluctuations during 2023? What are the challenges that you would like to share with us? Thank you, De Silva, for sharing with us. I think depending on the activities that are throughout the year, she can adapt to the demands and adjust her marketing based on this. Or maybe offer some discounts on particular area to gather interest of the client. That's perfect. There are more challenges. That's just one. Marketing is just one of them. The business is already 20 years in operation, so you can see that there are some bottlenecks. But what are the challenges that you can see? It's after the pandemic, that's first. And after all, there are more challenges that Laura is facing. Ryan is sharing with us, evaluate monthly revenue and adjust cash flow mutation throughout the year. Mm, yes. That's something that we can see in the graph that we're going to show after this part. It's very important what you are stating here, Hayan. Thank you for sharing. Okay, here you can see the sales analysis 2023 from Laura. In this example, we established a break-even amount of 20,000 guilders, so as I told you before, to create a comprehensive sales overview for Laura for the year 2023. This data is crucial since Laura acquired a store in 2023 based on the sales records provided by David. David provided only the sales records. He didn't tell Laura any bottlenecks, any situation that he has encountered during the 20 years. So in 2024, however, Laura started facing a significant decline in sales revenue over several months. We must take immediate action to transform the store into a data-driven powerhouse. We must implement this transformation without delay to ensure the store's success moving forward. So in this graph, you can see the fluctuation that I told you before. And through this graph, you are able to see all the decline and all the challenges that are surfacing in 2023. See it here. It's essential of using the right graph. The graph we used in this particular case study is the bar graph. It is great for comparing monthly sales values, and each bar represents a month, and the height reflects the sales figure. It's particularly effective for visually highlighting which months performed better or worse. So when she has maybe a management team, she will be able to share this graph with them and together reflect why the sales are actually fluctuating during the months. So let's talk about the essential steps to set up a data-driven business model. Building a data-driven business powerhouse is akin to crafting a well-oiled engine ready to hit the highway. That's why the several steps are important. There are more steps, but those three are the most essential ones at this time. Essential step number one, Define your organization's data objectives. Establish what you aim to achieve with your data. Clear objectives serve as the roadmap for each data strategy you want to implement in every department. Essential step number 2, foster the data-driven culture. Encourage all individuals in your organization to make data-driven decisions. Provide essential training for the management team and ensure leadership exemplifies the use of reliable data insights. And the third step is utilize the appropriate tools and infrastructure. Harnessing the power of analytical tools, data warehouses, and cloud platforms specifically designed for your unique business needs is essential for success. By tailoring these solutions to fit your goals, you can unlock valuable insights and drive growth like never before. Do you have any questions regarding the steps? You can share with us in the chat box before I continue with exercise number 2. No question? Okay, let's continue. Exercise number 2. Which strategy would you recommend to this business owner, Laura? Based on what we have talked about, you are able to give more insights. What could be a better strategy for Laura at this time to actually minimize any bottlenecks regarding the fluctuation of the sales numbers? Something very important that Silva has shared with us is see an existing business, in this case of 20 years, maybe the business did not adapt sufficiently with the trends of that particular moment. That is also part of the strategy. So it's very important for us to have a better view which strategy we would like to recommend Laura so she can apply it right away in her business to avoid any other pitfalls. Which strategy would you recommend? Any thoughts? Any insights? I will give you 5 more minutes. Thank you, Da Silva, for sharing. Da Silva um, give some insights over here about the demands. Identify what the demands are from the clients. Good, that's a good one. Who else? Which strategy would you recommend? It can be tactics as part of the strategy, What else would you like to recommend? Okay, let's get to it. The strategies that I would like to recommend to Laura are the following. Enhance her online presence. That's very important. That's not necessarily marketing related, but it's more an online presence so everyone can see her business and her new offers. And not only that, but also what she stands for, what are her values. They want to get to know Laura, who is the business owner, to know what her business stands for. The second strategy that she needs to work on is the data-driven decision-making strategy implementation based on a specific data analytics system. So with this system, with this data analytics system, she is able to track sales, trends, customer preferences, and inventory levels. Without this particular data analytics system, she will be in trouble and she doesn't have a better insight which or what is selling the most, which product or maybe sizes from several shirts. So it's very important to have that one in place in order to be able to give your business the um, needed strength eventually with your strategy. The strength is needed in order to build and grow. The third strategy I would like to recommend to Laura is the modern marketing techniques implementation by using a CRM, customer relations management tool. There are several tools on the market. So there are several techniques I would like to recommend to Laura related to the customer relations management software or several applications that are able to give her more um, data-driven solutions actually in her business. And the fourth one is competitive advantage and innovation. That's very important. In order to stand out from the competitors, she needs to have a data-driven business in order to know what is actually selling the most or what she needs to actually stop ordering in order to have more sales from what is already selling and what's the trend. What is the trend actually in her specific industry? So that was fast. So we are at the end of the information from the presentation. I would like to share my contact information with you. And we are ready for the Q&A. Do you have any questions regarding the case study itself, the exercises, or the several steps that we have actually talked about? You can share it in the chat box. Any questions?
Yes, there is one question.
Okay. Can you use the same tools as for starting a new business? Yes. There are several tools that you can use, but it's very important for you to know the objectives that you would like to have with specific tools. For example, you have several goals for your business. It's important to have the tools that are making it possible for you to achieve your goals in actually a fast record time. To have a timeline for each tool is very important for you to actually measure which tool is giving you the better results, because it's more based on results than on the tool itself. So if you see that the tool that you are using is not giving you the results that you are expecting to see in less than 1 month, it's a good time to change the tool and use something else that can help you with the execution from your strategy and also with the implementation from your data-driven management area in your business. Any more questions?
Let's check if there is more question. We don't see more question, but we'll just remember everybody that we have our upcoming webinar. That's the 31st of March, and it's about technology. So strategic management and technology. So if you want more information, remember to visit our Facebook page, which is 𝗕ance 𝗂𝗂𝗀𝗂 and also 𝗕𝗀𝗀𝗂 chamber. And if you want to sign up also for our mailing list, you can send us your email. Yes, we have one more question.
Okay. Seeing all the process starting from a business plan, permits, locations, etc., how long can a simple idea take to become a business? And are there people to help in this area? It's very important for you to have actually a business model in place. If you would like to test a simple idea, that's possible by using the canvas, the business canvas. That's very important for you to have an idea what is actually required for your business model and which are the tools that you need to actually use in your business. So that question is very important because through the several areas, divisions that you would like to have in your business, you're able to use the tools that will give you the better results in a short period of time. The time period to test a tool is from actually 1 month, 30 days, up to 90 days. So in 90 days, the results are still less than you are expecting. It's very important for you to actually change the tool and have a more informed decision based on the matrix provided by your data-driven tool that's giving you the measurements during the 30 days up to 90 days period. And there are several people in the area that are able to give you like advisors. Yes, sure. You can actually get in contact with 𝗕liche shared services. They are able to help you with a business advisor so they can actually guide you in the direction which area you need to actually work on. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing and for participating. It's very important. So we are ready to wrap up the presentation today. Thank you very much for joining and for participating. It has been a wonderful time sharing and also receiving your insights and receiving your comments. So thank you very much and have a wonderful afternoon.